Rogue Tier, we still winning. Magikarp, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary once again by Timothy motherfucking Scott. Coming at you with another Master Duels Hero Duel. In this match, as you can see, I end up playing against Virtual World, no Sword Soul. So basically, this is VFD Turbo. You see, I got the Maxi and Imperm in hand, but he has the cross out for the Maxi, and it's just like kind of like at this point, I'm like, no, maybe I can save the Imperm for maybe Cloud Castle, maybe if he has that, but I don't want to use it on any of their synchro monsters. It just allowed them to draw a card because it's just kind of a waste. And usually in this kind of situation, it's like really bad, because if they VFD you, he also has Chuchi on board. So even if you tried to Imperm it, they would just chain the Chuchi and get him off the board so that the Imperm wouldn't be able to negate his effect, and so you would just still be not playing Yu-Gi-Oh for that turn. So he's gonna go full Virtual World VFD combo here. He's got the Crocodile, he's got the Trap off in there, he had the Spell card off in there, and he's just got kind of everything that he needs to make VFD. And he's gonna have one card in his hand left at the end of the turn. Bust out the Shin, the budget wannabe Dark Law, and he didn't have to make Cloud Castle. He ends up making a VFD off of the Shin and a Crocodile. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I got one chance to win this game, and like the true protagonist that I am, I'ma draw the complete out to it. And so like I said just a second ago, if they have Chuchi on board and you try to Imperm it, then it won't work because they just chain a Chuchi and get them off the board, so the Imperm can't hit them. But in this situation, I have the Drip, and we're gonna Drip, sending the Imperm. That way he cannot chain Chuchi to it to get the VFD off the board, so the Droplet will negate his effect. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and summon the Ashbade. I can either go Valion or Stratos here, but because I have another hero in hand, I'm gonna go ahead and summon Stratos. And then comes down that last card that he had in hand, the Ash Blossom. With Ash Blossom out the way, we will now activate the Fusion D and proceed to just defeat this VFD Turbo deck. In the middle of the combo, he's gonna go ahead and concede, knowing that Virtual World is a 2-card combo deck. Even though he has the Shin engraved and that he will be able to bring it out, even if he does draw another Virtual World monster, when he goes to activate that Virtual World's monster's effect, you just go ahead and chain the DPE, destroy the Shin, and the Virtual World monster loses his target, and yeah, you just proceed to lose the game right there. And then also Chuchi is no good with DPE on the board now, because I can just chain DPE to Chuchi's effect and pop that too. The next match we going into right here is against one of the most hated decks in all of Master Duel. It's everybody's favorite trap deck. Yep, Eldlich. So I don't have to worry about any hand traps. I didn't see any blinkies as I started doing my combo. You know, Ash is pretty good against Eldlich. It keeps them from doing the Sanguine, and then Droplet is just, man, really in most situations, just because the only thing you're basically going to do with Droplet is try to half the Golden Lord's attack, which can be pretty good actually if you have like Dark Law on the board, because it'll go ahead and get it banished. So even Droplet has a little bit of use in this matchup. And as you can see, as we go on with the combo, we opened up with a hand pretty much full of monsters. I'm gonna go ahead and prioritize DPE over Sunrise. I always like to bring him out first, just in case my opponent does have Nib. That way, you know, even going into my opponent's turn, I still have DPE as an interruption. And we'll just continue on here with the combos and do Destiny Hero stuff just like we would normally do. Go ahead and add the Honest Neos, because I'm not running Plasma inside of this deck. I don't know, I just don't want to tribute 3 monsters to bring them out on the board. And I feel like if you play the deck well enough, you don't have to worry about, you know, having a floodgate out on the board in order to stop most of your opponent's plays. As long as you know the break points for most decks, it's pretty easy format this go round. There you see the Wonder Driver going to go get that poly back. And then we'll see Graceful Charity effect and Sunrise effect to try to draw some more hand traps. And that's one of the good things about running hand traps inside of this deck is like Liquid Soldier. And you'll see we actually draw two really good cards. We're going to draw the Crossout and the Maxi. And all of them cards are actually going to be used in this coming up turn. So it activates the Feather Duster. I like to keep my droplet. I'm also running Feather Duster. And this is one of the reasons why Crossout is so good, because it can cross out anything that your opponent runs that you run the same thing. Like I use it against Callby a lot too. And then you'll see the Prosperity come down. I'm not gonna ash it because I want to see what he's playing. And as you can see here, he is playing Eldlich with DPE inside of it. He's gonna go ahead and add the skill drain, and I'm just like, I hope I can hit that with my DPE. Now right here he activates Cursed Eldlich. I'm gonna go ahead and chain the ash in order to keep him from adding, and there are multiple reasons why I do this. Number one, I really don't want him to get the Golden Lord and have some Eldlich trap in hand to try to send my DPE, because then with DPE I'm forced to chain his effect to keep him from being sent to the graveyard. And then I either have to pop another card on my board or I have to pop his Cursed Eldlich, and that just gives him more advantage. And the second reason is because I really don't want to be forced to activate the DPE's effect. That way during the end phase I can kind of give myself two opportunities to hit that skill drain that he added off of Prosperity. You know, during the end phase I can go ahead and DPA, pop himself and one of his set cards. Then during my turn, when DPE comes back, I can go ahead and try to force the activation of the skill drain and chain DPE's effect to go ahead and get that off the board. You'll see his Fusion Destiny come down right here. He is a pretend hero player, but you know, to each his own. I go ahead and chain the Maxi, that way I can at least get a draw off of it. He sends, of course, Dasher and Celestial, the traitors. And out comes DPE. I'm going to draw this useless nib, so when he goes to activate DPE's effect, I'm going to go ahead and nib, because once again I am trying to keep that Cursed Eldlich on the board so that he can't send the trap to the graveyard and start getting that engine rolling. And I also don't want to be forced to activate my DPE's effect. I said earlier during the end phase I wanted to be able to pop something with DPE. We go ahead and do that, and DPE is going to come back during a standby phase, and this is pretty much going to be it for him. Go ahead and activate that Miracle Fusion, banish our Graceful Charity so we can get that draw on. We're going to bring out our boy Ab-Zero. We also got the Mass Change, we got Wonder Driver's effect, and this dude just pretty much has entirely no chance of winning. He's going to go ahead and chain DPE and concede the match because he realizes that it's pretty much over from here. So that is the end of that match. Those are the two matches for today. Appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribers, everybody. I truly hope this is helping y'all become better duelists on Master Duel, and hopefully I can get some TCG coming up here soon.